For everybody out there, you'll hear a third voice that randomly pops up.
Northam says sending Virginia National Guard and troopers.
Nice gardens, Mike.
Yes, I got gardens today. This is my meditation peaceful place that I need to find after after today.
Well, I understand. I've had one of those days myself,
so
no matter what happens at this point, I will be having a red day. There's no avoiding it, so
yeah. So we are there. Welcome YouTube again. As I'm sure you're aware, the markets have been a little bit crazy in the last half an hour or so.
Yeah, the last hour or so, we've seen some fascinating activity. As our news has fed us information of social unrest, I'll say, happening across the U.S., or at least in Georgia and Washington, D.C. So I am still short FCEL. My ad has just gone green again, so we'll see if that stays there or it goes back to the red side of the ledger. I want to get a partial down at $12.10. That's my target here for first taking off some of this partial. Not sure if I'm going to get it. The stop is at $12.47 because I added a big size. And my original entry was way up at $13.40, so the size of my ad brought me all the way down to $12.47.
SPY looks like it's helping you out. Let me pull up the 1 minute on F's. So we get that going. The pot stocks didn't have necessarily as nice a day as I thought they would. I thought they were going to have a nicer
Thor
day
was
today.
talking about his trades. He got some good trades, or good trade on ACB. I think he was mentioning he was trading, and it's certainly, well, it made a down move with the markets here, but all in all, it didn't move huge. And I was watching CGC earlier, and I guess I was sort of expecting it on CGC because I know it doesn't tend to move a lot. If you look at the daily chart, you can see a lot of little choppy candles. It's not one that tends to trend, as opposed to if you look at a daily chart on ACB, which, it's got little choppy candles, but then suddenly it gets these big moves, right? So I thought ACB would be the better mover, but none of them really did a lot.
Yeah, even Tilray didn't do much today. Just looks like a lot of up, especially in the morning, real chop in the morning, it looks like. It was a news day for sure.
Yeah. One that directionally surprised me a little bit was United Healthcare, UNH. They're the ones that they made an acquisition, or it was announced anyways. The acquisition was announced this morning of CHNG. And their stock, they started red pre-market, and then they made a rise up very quickly back to yesterday's close. And then slowly just continued to grind up. Even with the market news we've seen over the last hour, hasn't affected it at all. It continues just to push slowly upward.
Still grinding. Very interesting. MNRA. GD, Facebook. Microsoft looks like a big dome.
Big dome.
Washington Post
On the
reporting
5-minute
the entire
chart.
DC National Guard will be activated.
Microsoft here. Oh yeah.
UONE, Urban 1, popping to the highs on
Well,
volume. Uniform.
Well.
November Echo.
I don't know that. I don't know what we're gonna see for the rest of this day. Apple's moving down here a little bit. The SPY is
AP
just
reporting
holding
that
out
Homeland
below
Security
VWAP for the
is
moment.
sending additional
That could
federal agents
change.
to U.S. Capitol.
Got
Putting in, well, I don't know what it's doing. It had higher lows, but then it had lower highs. Then it put in a spike down to a new low. it's quite uncertain.
It just does not want to. Doesn't seem to
Sorry,
want to
Fubo.
lose this 50, does it, Peter? On this.
On the 1 minute, yeah, I
Yeah.
see that the 50 moving average has come in here at 374.01 is where that 50 sits right now. So yeah, it's
FCL. Things have seemed to calm down a little bit.
yeah. Tilray, just watching it, it's pushing back towards the, well, I guess it's not, I was going to say low of the day, but now I realize it's not. The low of the day was actually set this morning. What's Neo up to? Neo's seen a bounce, now it's in a consolidation area. Yep, everything seems to just be moving. I still
Vice
regret some of
President
these
Pence,
trades that I should
tweeting
have been in, perhaps, but
Says the violence and destruction taking place
take
in
advantage
U.S.
of
Capitol
AMD.
must stop.
Ugh,
Must
I
stop now.
should be
Anyone involved
sitting on a
must be
glorious
federal
short on
enforcement officers and
AMD,
immediately
but
leave the building.
my day
That from
went in
Mike
such a
Pence.
way that I chickened out of that one. Hey, Master
Sheriff
Chief.
of Universal
Well, if you're just
Security
joining us, yeah, there's
Instruments,
been
off the highs
a
now,
lot of news
76.
happening.
Yes.
Some protests happening in the U.S., which is causing the market movements you're seeing.
Possible stock bans out of China as well was there.
Finto on AMD, I wouldn't have taken it short from here. It's not a setup that I would play. Am I going to get this breakdown on FCEL? It just looked like it was about to, and then it got pulled right back up. Again, 1210 is my target. Hoping that I'm gonna see a drop to that, but maybe not. Seems to have a lot of support, surprising amount of support here.
It's at least lost that 50 moving average though now on the 1 minute.
Spoke
Yeah.
too soon.
Spoke too soon. Yeah.
Yeah, you think I should have that? Maybe here, look, I can find that. Here's my
By a bear background.
The Bears certainly took over this afternoon.
Yes, they did. 226. Good old Baba.
Here's the bear coming to eat me. There you go.
This might set up for an interesting open tomorrow if things settle out overnight. A lot of stocks selling off from where they were finding some support at.
Well, yeah. Master Chief, if you're just coming back. And you went short sometime this morning.
Oh yeah.
And you're happy on Neo. Well, there you go. Your perseverance paid off. So looks like I might have missed my opportunity. Should have taken a partial on that spike down on FCEL. I was hoping for more. My greed may have cost me some opportunity there, but oh well. See what happens.
See what it
DOT, Duos Technologies, halted on its circuit breaker at the high, Delta Uniform Oscar Tango.
news halt.
Duos
Traded
Technologies
absolutely
designs,
nothing.
develops, and delivers artificial intelligence-driven intelligent technology systems in North America.
Wow.
Look at that. Traded absolutely nothing all day and then boom.
It's also involved with law enforcement.
Nicola. Workhorse. Space.
Well, pretty quiet here.
Yeah. I was
We're being
expecting
quiet, I mean.
I was expecting it to be a little more volatile going into the close, but
Still in shock a little bit from the ridiculousness with which I traded today, so I'm going to be taking it easy into the close here, not willing to do anything foolish.
and it is interesting though, isn't it, Peter, how you can identify that you don't feel normal or you're not having this same emotional responses that you normally do during the day, but then consciously choose not to listen to that and say, you know what, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, well, exactly. That's the thing that's most frustrating. That, as you say, I knew it. I clearly identified the fact that there was likely to be a challenge, and yet I seem to lack the discipline to do something about it. So, that is, there's a great lesson in that, but instead I wish it was one that I was learning for the first time, but the reality is I've learned this, a dozen times already. So, I have absolutely no excuse.
Yeah. Jimmy, you have that same problem? I know I have that problem. I think, is Megan in here? I think Megan talks about that too in the chat every now and again. Yeah. The ability to fight through stress and be able to make things happen under pressure. Not good in the market when you try to make things happen.
LTRN, Lantern Pharma, says on December 30th, company.
That's true.
And AF Chemicals and second addendum to technology.
You cannot bend the market to your will. I
for
can
specified
guarantee
orphan
that
drug
with
designation for
100%
LP
certainty.
184 in the U.S. and the EU. That's Lima Tango Romeo November.
Unless you're capitalized to a level that
Warren Buffett level.
exactly. It's the only time you can bend the market to your will.
Here now, after resuming on after a circuit breaker halt. DUOT 528 the high.
Yep. Open back up. DUOT. Do not recommend getting into this. It's about ready to pause again here.
LTRN from an 8K filing.
Going crazy. Not sure, Art, where Brian is. He may be enjoying a cup of coffee. That's what I plan on doing here shortly myself.
Maybe. He may be at the Husband Cafe. What was his...
Dudes.
Dudes. That was it.
Dudes. I definitely want to go have a cup of coffee at Dudes.
Delta Uniform Oscar Tango halted on a circuit breaker.
It does seem like a good place to have a cup of coffee. Just because it's Brian's. We'll have to make our way to Vancouver to do that at some point.
Yeah, Jimmy, that is the hard one, right? That's the... You know it, but you can't. You got to put something... You got to put something in there. Oh, I think I'm frozen. Uh-oh. Did I freeze?
No, I can hear you.
Okay.
Not sure if you can hear me now.
Oh, my picture is frozen. Are we frozen on YouTube too? Yep, we're frozen on YouTube too. I don't know why.
Can you hear me, Mike?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, well, I can still hear you. For frozen, oh yeah. I still seem to be moving. Why am I moving? You're the one with the feed.
Oh wait, there we go.
Representative
I think so,
Jeffrey
maybe.
Says, Chairman of the House Democratic Caucus says House intends to return. And
I used to have that too when I hosted it. For
of
whatever
election
reason, it
on
would freeze your
Wednesday.
camera, but not the other person's.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? So, 8th House Alchemists, we use Daytrading Pro for our level 2 quotes. That's
Market on close, 1 billion on the buy side.
so.
Sorto, I'm sorry to hear that it's a red day for you, but at least I can say that I know how you feel, right? I'm there with you. So.
Yeah, I was there yesterday, so we know exactly how you feel, Sorto.
Yeah.
We absolutely
It can
do.
happen.
We cannot all be like Thor.
Yeah.
That just makes
Thor is.
the money rain.
I thought Andrew was the master of consistency, but Thor, I think, has taken that title from him because
Yeah.
he's pretty stunning.
It-
How he does that.
His
New York
consistency
Times
is
reporter
just phenomenal.
saying that a explosive device found the Republican Party headquarters and detonated safely.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon,
New
Brian.
York Times reporter.
Peter just disappeared into the bear's mouth. Oh, he's back.
He's
Taking him
back.
off.
He's
I'm
trying
back.
to fight it.
I'm back. You
Reported by
can't,
Reuters.
you can't see me when I move away from the camera. The bear swallowed me and spat me back out. I don't taste well. My
Yeah,
daughter brought me
I
chocolate.
thought you were doing that.
A little after
I thought you were doing that thing where you stick your head in the bear's mouth just to show off your courage.
Yeah. No, I'm not that brave, Brian.
Well, you can always tempt him with an after eight.
There
Yes.
you go. Well, now he's going to have to eat me to get it because I just put it in my own stomach. So.
No coffee today.
That reporter
Well,
was Maggie
We were
Haberman
just talking about your coffee shop.
from the New York Times.
Yeah, not there today. So we had a bit of a
Markets are
sell-off.
up. Yeah, markets are pushing down a little bit as we head into the last few minutes in the day. I'm
Bitcoin
still holding
futures
on to
now
that ad
over
on
36,000.
FCEL. It's just coming back to where I added my shares in, so bringing me back to break even on the ad, that is. But let's see, maybe now into the close I'll get my move.
You'll get your
I
move.
hope.
So I'll bring up the member trade of the day real quick. We'll knock this out along with announcements. So
UONEK hitting new highs. now,
today's
1.
member trade of the
$1.74.
day. Let me mute Benzinga
Pentagon
here.
spokesperson says U.S. Justice Department to lead federal enforcement response to violent protests in Washington.
So pause it after that announcement. So the trade of the day goes to Richie for his trade on CGC. And just as we were mentioning earlier today, CGC was quite up and down, nice movements in it, but he ended up trading it extremely well, took an entry just below pre-market high, got a pop, took 10% off, 30%, 50%, then again took off another 33% as it kind of was breaking above that level he got there, and then when it broke the trend line, got all out above break even. So excellent job, Richie.
Yes.
And if you'd like to be considered for the member trade of the day, mark up your post, best trade of the day, tag at Bearable Traders, at Mike_B_BBT and at NormBBT. Use the hashtag BBT family, day trading and stock market. Last night we had Thor's success webinar on how to set up and use fixed risk hotkeys. So if you did not get a chance to see that, you should be able to catch that inside the webinar section of the Education Center. It is also in the Technology Center. Next week we'll have Dr. Gary Dayton coming in to talk about mental blind spots and how hidden habits in decision making can affect your trading. And I think that goes right in line with what we were talking about today, Peter.
Yes. It does. We certainly need that.
Yes,
It's really
definitely.
what I go to.
Definitely. And then tonight we will have Dr. Kenneth Reed. And as I mentioned yesterday, he shot us an email late last night or yesterday afternoon, and his class is going to be on stops revisited instead of trend trading. Going to take a fresh look at the technical and psychological challenges we face when it's time to exit a trade at a loss. And I know it can definitely be a psychological challenge to admit that you're wrong and to press that hotkey or the button or just to accept it and move on. But it definitely is something that you have to master in order to be a successful trader. The following week, Creda will be with us. She will be at 5 p.m. Eastern as she's over in Ireland. talking about how imaging is a way to trading success. And then for everybody out on YouTube, if you'd like to give our chat room a try, you can use the code PREMARKET24. That will give you access to our onboarding class. It will give you access to Andrew and Brian at the open, John and Norm following. Then we have Eamon doing trade reviews as well as midday trading, followed up by Thor giving a wonderful hour-long educational classes. I forget what you called it yesterday. Peter, edu-trading or something?
Oh, edutainment. Edutainment.
Edutainment, yeah. So
basically, educational entertainment. That's us. That's what we're all about.
Yep, and then following that, you got Jared that will come on, and Peter and myself and Brian to close out the afternoon. We do have earnings today, but as you can see, it's nothing that is too exciting. So,
yeah, nothing that I'm going to be watching there.
Yep.
Yeah, edutainment. It's one of those made up words people like to use nowadays. Sort of like co-opetition, right? Two competitive companies decide to work together.
And we have about 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the market, or till the market closes.
Or broccolini.
Broccolini.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower rice.
Or broccoli flour. How about that?
Yeah,
broccoli
flour.
That's another one where they combine broccoli and cauliflower genetically to create this mutant vegetable. That's what I meant. Not broccoli. That's a different thing. All right, come on. I'm running out of time here. F-cell. I want to drop. We've got less than 2 minutes. I've been in this trade for a long time. When did I actually enter this trade? I got in F-cell at, look at that, 12.17. So we've been holding it all afternoon.
That's a
F-cell.
yeah.
Give me a drop. Now I just want 12.20. You've made me revise my estimate.
12.20.
1 minute. Yeah, well, I should have taken that then when it went down below that earlier, but it doesn't. It's getting, I said, a lot of support here. Surprising amount of support. So maybe in the little dying seconds here of the day, I'll get a move. It's just as likely to push up as it is down, frankly, at this point. But 30 seconds. I'll take my stop off here. And do this manually. 15 seconds. I don't know. I don't think this is one that I want to take after hours. It traded. Come on. 6, 3, 2. Okay, I'm out.
1.
Wow.
How's
How's that for an exit?
Yeah, it just did not want to move, did it? Ooh, look at that wick.
It did. Look at this. How's that for timing? Look at the timing of my exit.
Oh, right on the dot.
4 o'clock. To the penny. To the
Right on time. Right on time.
All right.
So, could be an interesting day tomorrow to open up the market. We'll see what tonight brings, and see if we can find some good trading opportunities tomorrow.
Yes, hopefully we shall. Hopefully we shall. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on what was turned out to be another interesting day. A little bit of a weird one, but an interesting one in the markets. As always, we appreciate you sharing your trading day with us and allowing us to share our thoughts with you. If you're out there on YouTube, hopefully you'll join us. First, give us a thumbs up and consider joining us in the room. That trial is a great opportunity, and then see if it's for you. Like, it's not a huge commitment. We have confidence that you'll find value. It's really a great community. It's not about us as moderators. It's about all the people who trade with us every day, and I think you'd love it. So consider joining us here. We'd love to have you. And thanks, Kenneth. It's very kind. See, look, they're even complimentary. Providing compliments all the time. It's very nice. So yeah, FL sort of worked out fairly well. My ad didn't work out. I actually lost money on the ad, but still a great trade. And take us into the close. So
Yep.
with that, I'm going to close it out for myself. I've got a heck of a lot of journaling to do. So these are one of the days, by the way, that I absolutely do not like. John has talked about this in the past. My punishment for taking a whole lot of trades, especially a whole lot of bad trades that I really, really do not want to relive, is that I have to go journal them. But it's important that I do so because there's a lot of learning to be had in that. Not only today, but later on. I promise you. I know it's painful because I've had to do it way too many times, but I also know that I can learn from it a lot. So I am now saving my trade log. I will start my journaling process and cry myself through the evening.
So thank you for everybody out on YouTube.